All right. So let's get into it. So movement and Myplayer are the topics today. So as we all know, Undisputed is pretty stiff. So what do I mean when I mention movement? Let me make sure everything's turned down. But all right, movement. So what controls movement on the game that I notice is punch style. Punch style is what I have equipped right now. When I'm creating my character, punch style makes the biggest difference from the way I move, from the way I punch. So I got Muhammad Ali equipped right now. And you can see this is probably the best punch style in the game right now. If they added Emmanuel Augustus, I think his punch style would be better just because of how fluid it is. But overall, punch style means the most for movement. So I think Undisputed already has the answer to most of their problems for movement. It's whatever they did for Muhammad Ali with the punch style. Because the rest of the fighters' punch styles are pretty stiff. As you can see, just the way me and Larry Holmes move are very different. Because he has a different punch style, clearly. But his punch style is very stiff. Very stiff. I'm not really trying to show too much of my play style right now, but you can see, like, it looks very good. Like, definitely when I dance around the ring, that looks good. That genuinely looks really good. And that's what I enjoy about Undisputed, that Fight Night can't give me. Speaking about Fight Night, every time I try to go back to Fight Night, I always find myself coming back to Undisputed. Because Undisputed does have a lot of key traits that I do enjoy. So let's talk about the overall play of Undisputed. So right now, Undisputed is very focused on making the roster a lot more, just pretty much growing the roster. That's the main focus of Undisputed right now. And with the new Undisputed 2 and Terrence Crawford, what's going on? Terrence Crawford and the new models, that's really all they're focused on. Anything else is not there. I know they were focusing on some gameplay and stuff like that, but nothing really to make a big difference. I know they changed a little bit with the punches, but visually, I don't really see anything. And I'm not trying to say that they're not doing anything. Like the main thing that I see is probably like for Myplayer, they added a little bit of more customization with the equipment. For like the shoes, the gloves, they got atoms. I mean, you can't really do much with them. The white shoes are probably the best to me. Reason why, look at them. Look at the socks. You can see the socks. Like, that is so nice. And let's talk about the hair as well. Like, there's no hair options for the customized creator, for the created Myplayer. There's not really no good hair options. Like, I'm not even completely bald for real. I have I don't know what this is, but it's terrible. The cut's horrible. We need some more hair. But I'm getting off topic. So back to the overall play style and what Undisputed is focused on as well. Just adding the roster. Adding to their rosters is pretty much the biggest thing that they do, which makes sense. The more boxers that they can add to the game, more players that they can track. So definitely, they're looking for Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and all them people. That would make sense. Why not? You add those, more people come to the game, you get more money, more publicity. That's good. But I feel like their answers all their problems can be answered with character customization and with the Myplayer. We just need more customization. And what I mean by that, let's talk about the belts on the players, the shorts and the belts. We need more customization to like add words. I want to add my name to my belt. That right there would take it up a point right there. That would take Undisputed up 1 point just to add the names to the belt. Say you don't change anything, but you give us names to the belt. Now that makes my character more personalized. He has a name that I can put on his belt. The only name that we can put on the belt is Adams. That's the only name. And that's with the Adams set shorts. It's not personal, right? And then let's talk about, see, Undisputed is really good with the facial options and the body options. You can do a lot, but it's the clothing and equipment that we don't have much say-so on. The gloves are okay. The gloves are, just add more brands and allow us to make our own brands as well. That would be cool. But I feel like, back to what I'm saying, how they can fix their problem, which is the movement and players adding to their roster, is allowing us to have like a sandbox creation where we can create anything from the logo to the hairstyle, allowing us to create that far, which will also bring a lot of publicity to the game, because you know someone's going to do something with hate speech or something crazy or something like that. But that's always with good sandbox creation games. You'll have someone create something and it brings so much publicity to the game of how terrible it is, but that's good. I feel like that's good as well. So you wouldn't have to worry about adding to the roster because we can make the players now. And let's go back to punch style. Give us more punch style. That's what you need to focus on. More punch style. Everybody has the same punch style, and then you got a few players with a different punch style. That's what makes the game stale and takes away the immersion of the game. How you got a couple players with punch style and then the rest the same basic punch style? At least give everybody the same Muhammad Ali punch style. That would fool a couple players. That would keep us immersed in the game. At least my player is bouncing around the ring. Look how Larry Holmes is walking up to me with his guard. Come on, what is that? That's too stiff. It's too stiff. And I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. That's what throw the game off. But back to the creation and how that can save the game. So if you allow, so say you want to have winning gloves in the game, but winning is not allowing you to sponsor. Like they don't want to be in the game, right? Whatever brand you want in the game can't be in a game because they don't want to be in a game. You can allow us, the customers, to make the game, to make the brands that we want by allowing us to have a sandbox option, which is shapes, words, having access to everything. I feel like they lean away from that, but that will solve most of the problems because we can do anything. The people can do anything they want now. It's so much freedom now. The game can no longer be bad. No longer be bad. I'm sorry, I was about to knock him out. But it can't be bad when we can do anything. Because alone right here, this is 10 times better. Just the way my character bounces around the ring is very satisfying. You can hear the sound, the way the ring looks. You add new rings, the WBC and all that. That looks great. That looks great. The game is almost there. Let's slow down on the roster. Let's stop worrying about the roster. You have the biggest roster I've ever seen. You already got more than Fight Night. Let's slow down on that. Let's focus on creation. Creation is the best thing to focus on right now. And I think that will help Undisputed get to the top. Because my character right now doesn't look bad at all. Like, he looks fairly good. If he had his name on his belt, that would make it 10 times better. Now, if I can add a little bit of personal details, like let's say hair on the chest, that little subtle detail makes a big difference. Let's add more tattoos as well. Like, why is the tattoo so weirdly put? Give us more options with the tattoos. And I feel like you have all these models in the game, especially with hairstyle and everything. Give us access to every model, hairstyle that you have in the game. Why can't we have that? I just feel like that will take away a lot of the stress from changing, like, to punching. People say punching looks weak. I don't think punching looks weak. I think it's whatever punch style is equipped. Because some punch styles are slow and look horrible. While Muhammad Ali's is the most satisfying punch style in my opinion. Look at this. Look at that. That looks fine. Nice little uppercut. I mean, that is a little wonky looking, but compared to Fight Night, it looks better than Fight Night. It looks the best out. Comparing it to anything else, there's no other games on the boxing market. So that looks good. We got to give them a break with the whole the online crossplay and all that. That's going to take some time. That's what they're trying to focus on the most instead of things players need. All players are not playing online. We just want to chill and make a customized character. But we're not focused on that because we're too busy focusing on things that are going to take a couple years to at least fix, in my opinion. Undisputed is a lovely game. I just think, like, with Manny Pacquiao, right? Let's talk about him. When he was added to the game, his punch style is so stiff. He's stiff. He's like the rest of the players. His model looks great, but his punch style is horrible. I don't know what punch style he got, but it looks generic. I can show you a couple generic boxers on here. Like Tommy Morrison, he's a heavyweight. His punch style is not really unique. It's just boring. Tyson Fury kind of got a unique punch style, but you can't tell. But when I start fighting online, I'm going to use all created boxers because you can tell they just make the game better, overall more enjoyable. But just let me center back to my main topic, movement in Myplayer. I feel like once you focus more on those things, the game will become a lot better. And they're already in the game. Like with my character, you can have the same thing. Just equip Muhammad Ali's punch style, and go from there. But for Undisputed, if they're listening, you already have the formula. You already got it. You had it with Muhammad Ali. Just equip it to all the other players. Update it like that. Just change that punch style. That's all we need. That is what the general public needs to see. Because this right here, let's just look at this right here. Don't that look good? Just look at that. Just it looks loose. Look at the ropes. Look at that. Come on. That's just me dancing around with what's already in the game. So there's not a lot that needs to be added. Just built upon. Just build upon that. Look at that. Do what you did with Emmanuel Augustus. And I think that would just fix it. And then overall, just give us freedom with the Myplayer. Because the Myplayer is your bread and butter. That's going to take Undisputed from a 7 to a 10, for sure. The roster can always be added upon. Always. There's always going to be someone to add. You're not going to always satisfy somebody with adding this guy. Now add him. Okay, add him. Like, it's always going to be add somebody. But giving us complete freedom, you don't have to worry about that no more. Because we're going to create those players that we want to be added. We just need the complete freedom to do it. And that's all Undisputed has to do. And that's how I'm in the video. But thanks for tuning in. Something quick. Something easy. If you even made it to the end, comment what you think should be added. Comment your favorite punch style. Something like that. But I'm out.